DT series thermocyclers are medical devices which purpose is to research nucleic acids by means of polymerase chain reaction with real-time detection. The thermocycler is intended for indoor use only under following conditions. The altitude below 2000 meters. The temperature range is between 5 and 35 degrees Celsius. Maximum relative humidity is 80% for temperature up to 31 degrees Celsius. Power requirements. The voltage is ranging from 100 to 242 volts with 50 or 60 Hz frequency. The power outlet must be grounded. After the transportation or storage in humid and cold conditions, the device should be stored in a room with 18 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature before connecting it to the mains. The DT series thermocyclers are not requiring any additional power stabilization devices. If it is necessary to connect the device to uninterruptible power supply devices, it should be borne in mind that the latter must provide, in addition to other consumers, an output power of at least 550 watts for powering the device. The device transportation to the installation site should be carried out in genuine manufacturer box by 2 persons. The device unpacking. Place the box next to the table and open it. Take out all the contents of the box, including formed polyethylene inserts. The kit contains the detecting thermocycler, the instruction manual in 2 parts, the USB 2.0 type high-speed connection cable, mains cable with C14 connector, fuses, the software on the flash drive. Detecting thermocycler is placed inside the special bag made of durable and moisture-resistant cloth with ziplock and transporting straps. 2 persons should take the device out of the box following all safety measures, lifting it up with straps and holding to the basement. After that, the device should be placed on the table. After taking the thermocycler out of the bag, check it for external damages. The contents of the box should be exactly the same as described in the instruction manual. If the device or any contents of the package are damaged or absent, you should address the representative of LLC DNA Technology. Prepare the workspace for device installation on the desk. While choosing the place for device installation, consider that the distance from the front panel to the edge of the desk should be at least 18 cm and free of any objects. The free space from the sides and from the rear should be at least 12 cm. The thermocycler should be placed in a comfortable place for work with adequate ventilation eliminating the condensate formation and free access to the thermal unit and the power switch. On the front panel you can see the LCD screen, the control panel with buttons, the hot lead molding panel, the thermal unit molding panel. On the side panels of the device there are ventilation apertures. On the back panel of the device there are main switch, fuses, main socket, USB Type-B port for connecting to personal computer. For complete installation, diagnostics and further work, you need to have a personal computer or laptop with the software from installation flash drive. The personal computer minimal requirements. Pentium 4 processor with 1000 MHz frequency, 512 MB of random access memory, 100 MB of free disk space. The screen resolution should be at least 1024 by 768. Free USB 2.0 high-speed port. The software includes the device driver and special program for controlling device and analyzing the collected data. You can download the software from our website for free. The provided software works on the following operating systems: Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. The driver installation. Caution: for driver installation, you should have the administrative rights for your personal computer. The device driver installation is carried out during the first connection of the device to personal computer, and no different from any other typical device drivers installations, and includes following steps. Plug the mains cable from the contents of the package into the socket in the back side of the device. Plug the mains cable into the wall power socket. Connect the device to personal computer using the USB 2.0 cable from the contents of the package. Turn your personal computer on and wait until the operating system boots. Turn the device on with the switch on the back panel. Insert included software flash drive into the free USB socket. Start the device manager. Find the DT964 in the list of devices. Click the right mouse button on it and choose the Update Driver point from the list. In the Driver Update window, choose Browse My Computer for driver software. Then, in the new window, press Browse button and point to the folder with the driver. Select the driver file according to the bitness of the operating system. Press the Next button and finish the driver installation. The real-time PCR software installation is performed by the following order. Extract the setup file from the archive provided on the flash drive. Run the setup file. The real-time PCR installation wizard will start. After starting the real-time PCR software installer, a dialog box appears on the screen asking you to select the installation language. Choose the preferred language, then press the OK button. Next dialog window contains the information about the program version. Close all other applications and press Next. In the next dialog window, choose the software installation folder. We recommend you to install real-time PCR using the default path. Press Next to continue or browse to the preferred folder. In the Appear dialog window, choose the Start menu folder name in which the software icons would be created. Press Next. The next dialog window contains the information that software is ready to be installed. Press Install to do so. After the installation complete, press the Finish button. Using the desktop icon or Windows Start menu, run the real-time PCR software. Create the new operator by clicking the left mouse button on the default operator's name and choosing the Add Operator tab in the drop-down list. Set the operator's name and choose the path for the directory in which all the results would be saved. Press OK. Choose your operator from the list and press the Device Operation button. Choose the device to work with from the list of connected devices in the next dialog window. Press the Connect button. The Thermocycler will connect to your personal computer. After it warms up, the indication of its state in the status bar will change from warming up to device ready. More details about the usage of the real-time PCR software are provided in the second part of the instruction manual, The Software. Main device settings. At the first run of the device, thermal block valves should be checked for cleanness. Geometrical settings of optical block need to be checked. Also, The tube height and exposure time for optical measurements should be set. Checking the thermal block wells for cleanness. To check wells cleanness, enter the Settings tab and choose View Image. Make sure that there are no tubes in the thermal block. The exposure time should be increased to double comparing to the standard. Press View button. The cleanness of thermal block wells is indicated by the absence of bright spots. It is recommended to repeat wells checking every 20 runs. The optical block geometrical settings check. When you turn the device on for the first time after the transportation or any movement, it is recommended to check geometrical settings of the optical block. Enter the Settings tab and choose View Image. Set the exposure time to maximum value 10 seconds and then press View. On the image of thermal block wells, red circles, which means the borders of the measurement, should enclose light spots. If red circles are displaced relatively to the light spots, it means that the optical image geometry needs the correction. Moving the red circles located at the corners of the thermal block along the vertical and horizontal lines reach their position exactly above the light spots. To save the geometry settings, press OK. The tube height measurements. The DT series thermocyclers are meant to work not just with DNA technology reagents, but also with reagents of third-party manufacturers. That means that tubes of different height could be used. The tube height is recommended to be measured at the first run of the device or when you change tubes or tube stripes to different kinds. To check the height, do the following. Open the thermal block. Place evenly on the plate at least 32 tubes or 4 strips. Choose Settings, Device Diagnostics, Measure Tube Height and wait until the message about the successful tube measurement appears. Press Yes to save the measured height to the device memory. Open and close the thermal block one more time. Setting up the optical measurements exposure. Default factory parameters of optical measurements exposure are optimal for DNA technology reagent kits and also suitable for third-party reagent kits. If you need to change exposure settings, follow the Settings menu and choose Exposure Measurements. Switching through channels one by one, set the required values. To save values, press OK. We highly recommend you to contact the DNA technology support team for checking the temperature block for working properly after the transportation, or for instructions how to do it by yourself. Follow the operation rules, and LLC DNA technology guarantees effective and safe operation of the device. The DT series device's service life is at least 5 years. Warranty period is 24 months. At the end of the warranty period, annual maintenance is recommended. For all questions relating to the products of DNA technology, you can contact a representative of DNA technology.